Hello to all the Cancerians out there. Hello, welcome to this video about the horoscope of August for Cancerians. But first of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank all Cancerians who have sent me nice comments, who have ordered readings, who have subscribed. So thank you very much for that. I just wanted to say that. But let's go on with your horoscope for the month of August for Cancerians. What's going on? Well, again, there is an interesting aspect going on in the middle of the month. So it's a kind of a building up, just as last month. Last month it was Mars that triggered a Uranus-Pluto square. And this month it's going to be Venus that is going to activate the Pluto-Uranus square. So what does it mean? It means that everybody, on a very general level, so all signs are going to experience something that has to do with Venus and Pluto and Uranus. So Venus in an opposition with Pluto and in a square with Uranus. So Venus is about the things that we love. It's about our relation. It's about, of course it's about love, but it's also about our self-worth and our confidence that we have. So there is a transformation going on for a lot of people, actually for everybody in general, but everybody has this constellation in their chart in a particular area, in a particular house, maybe on a personal planet. So that's why these general horoscopes are so difficult to do. But anyway, it can give you a general flavor of what is going on. So what's going to happen? Well, the beginning of the month starts quite nicely. It starts with a full moon, and for you that is important, you Cancerians, a full moon in Aquarius in your 8th house. So the 8th house and the 2nd house, that's about self-worth, and that's about worth of other people. Could also be finances or some money that comes to you. So that is on the 2nd of August. But at the beginning, let's say the first week of August, around the 9th and the 10th particularly, there is Venus that is going to make a trine with Neptune. That's a very nice aspect. So Venus is in your sign and it's trining Neptune in the 5th. So that's very beautiful. You know, you have all the charm that you want to have, and you will kind of radiate love or have at least a romantic heart. And with that Neptune in the 5th house, yes, could be some romance entering your life. It's just a few days, but these days are interesting. And these days are particularly good to, to radiate love, actually. You've got still Jupiter in the 12th house, so that is still a good thing to have. Jupiter, who is trying to make you understand your unconsciousness and make you explore and explore a bit more about the things that are private for you. But what is going on during the middle of the month? That's the most exciting part of the month, because it's kind of a building up. Two things happen at the same time. First of all, there's Mars and Saturn that is going to conjunct around the end of Libra, and of course that's in your 4th house. So these two planets, it's a kind of a frustrating energy. It's kind of wanting to go forwards but being restricted. So you could feel that at home, or it's because of work, because maybe you bring your work, because Mars is the ruler of your 10th house, that is work. You bring work at home, and maybe your loved one isn't really gonna like that. But you will be fine. Why do I say that? Because a fixed star Spica is conjuncting that Mars-Saturn conjunction in Cancer. Now fixed stars are often used, well, a couple of them, because there are so uncountable many, but there are a couple of fixed stars that are used in horary astrology, and I actually also use them just with general transits going on, because it always gives me an extra information about the situation or how the situation is going to unfold. And this Mars-Saturn is bang on Spica, and Spica is the star of protection. and of you'll be fine. So whatever it is that is frustrating you at a deep level, because it's the 4th house, it's not only your home, but also you, your core, your identity. So whatever it is, you will be fine. It's just in the middle of the month and it will ease. But at the same time, whilst that is going on, this Venus-Pluto opposition and squaring up to Uranus is going on. And for you it is important because you are a cardinal sign. And especially when you have planets or an ascendant around 7, 8, 9 degrees of Cancer, or other planets that you have, maybe a Venus or a Mars or a Moon in Capricorn, in Libra or in Aries. So of course then you are going to sense that more. And what does this all mean? It activates the axis of your 1st house, the 10th house and the 7th house. So really the important life areas. You, Venus, in the 1st house, the 7th house, Pluto, that's the other person, and the 10th house is Uranus, that is your work. And of course that Saturn, Mars thing going on, that is your home. So all quite significant areas of your life. Now, what can it mean? It can mean several things. It can mean that the other person is quite platonic. The other person in your life, or if you're single, it could be another significant one, or a colleague, or a business partner, someone you relate to in a one-on-one relationship is being platonic, which means is showing their power. And that's how you transform. Because Venus is about love and Venus is about what you value. And it's like, you know, the mirror of that other person that is telling you something about power. But it's an opposition. So it's not the easiest thing, but it's actually the same lesson as in a trine, but this goes a bit more challenging. So the other person could prompt you to teach you something when it concerns power, and of course your own power in a situation and in a relationship. It could also have to do with work, because Uranus is in the 10th house. When Uranus is in the 10th house or on your midheaven, it mostly means that there is a shift at work, that there is a big shift at work. It could mean a sudden shift, and because of that, I mean, things can happen to you, but you can also initiate it. Because of that, it brings stress at home. And so work can be also a challenge during the next couple of months. But whilst that is all happening, after that there's a beautiful new moon. And that's why I think that things gonna ease. There's a beautiful new moon in Leo in your 2nd house, which is the house of your self-worth and your confidence. And it's not just a new moon in Leo. So Leo is about the heart, and a new moon is about a new beginning. It's also on, again, another fixed star called Regulus. And Regulus is all about being ambitious and being wanting to be successful in whatever area it is. And for you, it's in your 2nd house. So it could mean that you have a new beginning, a new start, and quite a dynamic one, and an ambitious drive to earn more money out of what you're doing. It can also mean that you are going to focus, or a new beginning is starting when it considers your self-worth, that you want to become stronger, that you want to become more confident in whatever you do, in your relationships, at work, with new projects, towards your children, towards your family, at all areas of your life. So that's really a new beginning, and that's really good. So it's thinking about what you can do to gain more self-worth, to be very ambitious about it, and to gain more security in your life, that 2nd house. But at the same time, it's learning also about how to let go of your attachments. So you could say that's like contradictory, but it's true with Venus-Pluto opposition and also Uranus. It tries to let go of all the false attachments. So maybe you didn't want it, or you didn't want to lose your job, but with Uranus there, it tries to liberate you. So maybe it was a false attachment, or maybe that other person you are having a relationship with is demanding so much authority and is demanding so much power that you really have to stand up for yourself in that relationship. Maybe that is happening. So at the end of the month is another full moon. So you've got 2 full moons in the month of August, and that's at the very end of August, the 31st of August. And that full moon is in Pisces. And that's another water sign, and that goes very well with your Cancerian sun or moon or ascendant. And what is it all about, this full moon in Pisces? It's also a very special, subjective, emotional full moon, because it's conjuncting Neptune and it's conjuncting Chiron. So it could mean that old stuff, or old wounds are coming to the surface and are trying or demanding to be healed. It's so on a very emotional level, and it's almost that you want to feel the world, because I'm just looking in what house this is happening for you, Cancerians, and it's happening in the 12, 11, 10, in the 9th house. So yes, it's on a very understandable level. When you've got a full moon in your 9th house, I'm sure that at the end of the month you will be able to get the picture a bit more. You will be able to, because all this is activating so many different areas of your life. You need to have a helicopter view, and that will be possible at the very end of the month. And you want to understand yourself, but also everything around it, and almost on an emotional level. But you want to feel the world and be one with, maybe be one with everyone, maybe be one with the cosmos, be one with what is all around you. And it's about faith. It's about that new moon in Pisces is also about faith and having trust in all that is happening has its meaning. That's very much 9th house stuff. It's a very philosophical house, and having that full moon in there is really suggesting that you will try to see the bigger picture. No matter what happens to you, you will try to see it in perspective, and that's a good thing, to feel more confident and to feel more true to yourself. So that's for the month of August for you, Cancerians. Another month of a lot of learning through love that will help you to change you on a very deep level and to become more true to yourself, which is all about the Pluto-Uranus square, and it very much is applicable for you, Cancerians. So all the luck with the month of August, and see you soon.